Sin Fronteras, Western New York.
This is for you, mis hermanas y hermanos.
Where you can voice your thoughts on how we live, work, and play in Western New York.
Buffalo is in a renaissance, and Latinos are a huge part of our city's growth.
We want to hear your voice.
Llámame 837-1112.
Or hit us up on Facebook 24/7, 7 days a week. Talk with Samantha and Michelle, Sin Fronteras, Western New York, every Friday at 1 on WUFO 1080 AM.
Huepa!
Presented by the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York, dedicated to preserving the history of Hispanics in Western New York for future generations.
And you're listening to Sin Fronteras, Western New York at 1. Good afternoon, I'm Michelle Agosto, and Samantha Martinez is off today. She'll be back next week, but today we have a special co-host in her place, one of our directors from the Hispanic Heritage Council, Esmeralda Sierra. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We're happy that you're here. And Sin Fronteras, Western New York is bringing you the latest events happening in our community this weekend, including today's live studio guest, Bandleader of Critt's Juke Joint, and who is currently managing Canalside's Buffalo on Display, Eric Crittendon.
And in the news, a judge orders further extension for aid to Puerto Rico storm evacuees. Almost 8,000 asylum claims by Nicaraguans have been registered in Costa Rica following anti-government protests.
But first, we are happy to announce that we made it to our first year anniversary of Sin Fronteras, Western New York, Maraca time. And to celebrate, we are giving all sorts of things away. We have tickets to Explore More's Touch and Truck event this Sunday, August 5th, for our littlest listeners. We also have free tacos and margarita cards to Taqueria Ranchos, Las Delicias, where they're serving authentic Mexican and Venezuelan food. And the big one, tickets to UniverSOUL Circus, Hispanic Heritage Day celebration on Sunday, August 12th at the Art of Harbor. So if you're interested in any of these tickets, you want to call 716-837-1112 to win one of these great prizes. And today's WEPA segment is brought to you by Pleat Home Care. Want to make sure your loved one is cared for properly? Pleat Home Care can teach you how to provide in-home care and get paid. Don't trust a stranger to cook meals, run errands, and give emotional support to your ailing relative. If your loved one needs in-home care, call Pleat Home Care in Buffalo, New York, 716-261-2111. Hablamos español.
Bueno, y ahora continuamos con la número 8 en el Top Billboard Latino. Esta semana está escuchando a Ozuna en Única, Sin Fronteras, Western New York. A la 1 empieza ahora.
Salgo a gastarle unos pocos, música en la boca que te relaje, al que me la baje unos pocos, puedo reconocerla de ver si se laje, única, tiene la disco explota, todo el mundo me la mira, pide conmigo, nada más, tiene mucha habilidad.
It's like pulling up to a car on the west side.
I don't pick these songs. Samantha picks these songs. I pick the classics. I'm old.
The bachata. Live? Facebook Live?
The time is 1:07. Sin Fronteras, Western New York is bringing you continuing coverage of the recovery efforts in Puerto Rico. A federal judge on Wednesday extended an order until August 31st, preventing the eviction of hundreds of Puerto Rican families who fled the hurricane-ravaged island in 2017 and have been living in hotels and motels across the United States. FEMA has planned to end the assistance program on June 30th, but U.S. District Judge Timothy Hillman in Worcester, Massachusetts, extended a previously imposed temporary restraining order that allowed the families to remain in hotels until checkout time on August 7th. According to FEMA, 1,000 families displaced by Maria are currently receiving aid under a program that pays for hotel lodging. In total, the program has helped 7,000 families displaced by Maria since its launch. A Harvard study published last month estimates close to 5,000 people have died as a result of Hurricane Maria. And those violent anti-government protests in Nicaragua have spurred a wave of asylum seekers to head to Costa Rica. The UN's refugee agency says almost 8,000 asylum claims by Nicaraguans have been registered in Costa Rica since April, and some 15,000 more have appointments for later registration. The UN says it will strengthen its presence along the Costa Rican-Nicaraguan border, but asks that international community do the same. At least 300 have been killed in the Nicaraguan street protests, which began in the spring after the government announced changes to the social security system.
And coming up next, we will talk to Eric Crittendon from Canalside's Buffalo on Display. But first, Shakira y Maluma en Clandestino.
Sabes que no nos conviene que la gente sepa lo que ambos tenemos.
Que comemos de una fruta prohibida, nos encanta y lo sabemos.
Yo no necesito ningún otro Don Juan que me abra la puerta cuando llego a un restaurante. En San Valentín no necesito más flores. Tu calladito para evitar todos los rumores.
Lo nuestro es ilegal y no te voy a negar que yo pago la condena por besarte.
Sé que a ti te pasa igual y no me puedes negar. Ya que me tienes para enamorarme. Yo vine a verte, un pretender, y me robaste un beso que no piensas devolver. Me sentía volando, me iba escapando. Cuando menos pensaba ya me estabas abrazando. Y sí, así, no pares ya. Te has convertido en una enfermedad. Sí, así, así nomás. Que mientras más te acercas me sometas mi ansiedad. Clandestino.
Así mismo lo quiso el destino.
No busques problemas donde no los hay, los hay, los hay. Clandestino.
No te olvides que somos amigos.
Yo busco problemas donde no los hay, los hay, los hay. Yo busco problemas donde no los hay, los hay, los hay.
Dime, May, porque yo no entiendo la necesidad.
De vernos a solas y matarnos en la oscuridad.
Tú te vas y mi cuerpo aquí.
And you're listening to Sin Fronteras, Western New York, and this is Michelle Agosto. We're giving away tickets to Explore More's Touch a Truck event this Sunday, August 5th, free tacos and margarita cards to Taqueria, Ranchos, Las Delicias, and 3 packages of 4 tickets to UniverSOUL Circus Hispanic Heritage Day celebration on Sunday, August 12th. So you want to call 716-837-1112 to win one of these great prizes. And now we're heading into our wonderful interview with a good friend of mine who's live here with us, Eric Crittendon. He's the band leader of Critt's Juke Joint. Sorry, I'm going to say that better. Band leader of Critt's Juke Joint, who is currently managing Canalside's Buffalo on Display music events. And thank you, Eric, for coming.
What? What's good? Mucho caliente up in here.
It really is.
Really, really hot.
I know 3 words in Spanish. That was 2 of them.
Well, it is caliente, and you picked the right one. So, Eric, you've been like super busy. You know, I think I have a busy life, and then I look at you because I stalk you on Facebook sometimes, and I see how busy you are. You are everywhere in Buffalo. And so, you know, you're a musician, you're a music teacher, And now you know, a dad of beautiful babies, that always takes up some time. And now you have this Canalside's Buffalo on Display gig. So I'm wondering how you got that and what is it?
Okay, well, the Buffalo on Display is something that's been in the works now for probably the better part of 4 or 5 years, something along those lines. As the Canalside project started to unfold and started to come more into fruition, various management groups have come in there. Well, you know, I'm not a quiet person, so when I'm fairly known for the outspoken jazz musician that's trying to get people motivated and to focus on all the great things that are happening in Buffalo instead of going outsourcing and bringing in people and projects and entertainment not from Buffalo, because we got everything that it takes right here. So that's kind of been my plight for some time. So finally, my homegirl Miranda Morales finally gave me the green light and hired me to do programming down there about 3 years ago. And 2 management companies later, now Rich took it over. Rich's corporation took it over under the auspices of Be Our Guest. And I was fortunate enough to get the call again to help provide a backdrop of cultural and musical expansion by Buffalo, for Buffalo, with Buffalo in mind, right on the boardwalk, a couple times a month as the summer unfolds. So it has taken on different names over the years. There was the Future Sounds of Buffalo, which was an artist development program for artists pretty much under the age of 25. Bring them up, put them on stage, give them a place to play, because unlike when I was coming up in the 90s, there's no place for these young artists to play anymore.
Right.
They don't know what to do with their talent except to be on YouTube talking to themselves. So, I mean, there's a community for that, and it's definitely valid, but these kids need to be on stage. You want to be a performer? Get on stage. So that's what the Future Sounds of Buffalo is all about. Now, Buffalo on Display is exactly that. Let's turn on the tourists. Let's turn on Main Street. Let's turn on the mainstream to all this great artistic musical talent that resides right here in the low. Suburbs, Buffalo, doesn't matter. There's so much. We've been so culturally deprived for decades. And the beautiful thing about that is that, you know, as an artist, that out of cultural deprivation comes amazing art. So that stands true for music as well. So we've had some great experiences thus far.
Wonderful. Can you share some of the highlights of this year's Canalside's Buffalo display, and what can we expect coming up?
Okay, well, we've had, everybody's been awesome, right? We had the Mount Mercy Academy show choir that was out there. We had the Buffalo Center for Arts and Technology, their hip hop ensemble and their hip hop dance group that was out there, just cutting it up. And we saw the beautiful thing happen there, right? So we got this big stage. It's a 12 by 24 stage, and full sound and all that stuff. My man Chris Young, he's handling that. So shout out to my man Chris real quick. So there's this big stage. So we saw this amazing communal thing happen, right? So we have all of the tourists, we have people from Buffalo, people that have never heard of Buffalo Center for Arts and Technology, or hip hop for that matter, all down there on the boardwalk, just checking out what was going on. All of a sudden, one of the dancers decided to jump down. And then what ended up happening was you had everybody on the boardwalk participating in a modern day kind of break cipher, right? Which was just like super powerful and very tribal and very like, you know, it was like a throwback to who we are as people.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It was a beautiful thing.
So there is a caller on the line, so we're going to just break off this interview for a real quick second because I'm so excited. We have a caller on the line. We're going to see who this is. Who's on the line? Who is this?
Hi, this is Mary.
Hey.
Mary, how are you?
I'm good. Hi, Mary. Thank you for calling in. I'm hoping that you want one of these great prizes that we're giving away.
Yes, that's why that was I'm trying to be that's all I heard.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm glad you called because they are yours. You get 4 tickets for the August 12th show. I'm so happy to make someone happy. So Mary, all you need to do is we're going to kind of transfer you back into the studio, and they'll take your name, and I'll leave those tickets right here at WFO, the studio, and you could come pick those up, okay? Oh, I'm so happy you're happy. We're very pleased to give those to you. Enjoy.
Congratulations.
We're gonna give you a maraca. We're gonna celebrate.
Let's deserve a maraca.
Right. All right. So Mary's gonna go back in. Awesome. That we still have tickets. We still have UniverSOUL tickets. So make sure you call in. So Eric, you were talking about being culturally deprived. So I'm assuming that when you took this position, this assignment, this role, you were looking for diverse entertainers. Is that right?
Absolutely, because diversity historically in Buffalo, diversity and Buffalo historically have not been on the same page in the book of Buffalo.
Right.
Let's be real. But so that has definitely been part of my plight. We need to mix it up, right? Hip hop is not a bad word.
Right.
We can do it. We can appease the people. We can appease the good neighbors of Buffalo here in the Green City. By offering all kinds of different cultural entertainment and cultural musical selections across the board. Like I said, you got, on one day we had, and the sort of crazy mix of what we were doing is part of it, right? It's not always just one theme, right? We've got the Mount Mercy Academy doing all their show tunes, and then literally on the other side of the street, the other side of the spectrum, we've got the Buffalo Center for Arts and Technology crumping.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
great. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love. So it's I cannot thank Rich's Industries. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing.
Rich's Corporation.
My bad, Rich's. But be our guest. I can't thank them enough for giving me the voice and allowing me to help sort of lead this revolution, because the growth, the progress that's being made, the cultural progress that's being made down in Buffalo has a soundtrack, and it should be provided by Buffalo artists.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So our community, as you know, it's full of avid music lovers. And have you ever worked with Latino artists? Do you plan to work with any Latinos, or do you ever draw from Latin artists for inspiration?
Oh, of course, yeah. I early on, the first time I ever really needed a passport because of my man Wendell Rivera.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My understanding is he's like, getting his doctorate and stuff. He's focused on some other stuff, but yeah, I got my first passport stamped because of Wendell Rivera. You know what I'm saying? And then I used to play with Frankie Quiones. Frankie Quiones we were in the praise band at Elam Fellowship. And then he up and dipped to Atlanta, and now you can see him on TV with some of the biggest names in pop music across the board. And right here in Buffalo, you got GC Aldo from the band GC Ransom. He plays with Vinda Rosa and Vitamin D, but this kid is something else. Again, you've got this amazing mix of people and music here, and you got the Latino influence. And if you need to see some high energy Latin funk, pop, salsa, soca, all that, you got to check out my man GC Ransom. He's right here in Buffalo, so look him up.
They are great. We've seen them live. They're amazing.
They're amazing.
Yeah. So we're going to start wrapping up, but can you share maybe a little bit about what they can see in the next Canalside Buffalo on Display, and maybe share something that you're doing on your own, Eric, because you have your own stuff going on too.
Yeah. Well, so coming up next is next Friday, August 10th at Canalside. We've got Master Chong Karate. We've got Verve Dance Studio, right? So it's my man Shane Dupree and Stacy, and they're going to be out there breakdancing. And I fully expect the same thing to go down, right? It's like tribal infusion of people all breakdancing. Things get a little hectic probably. It'll be interesting. I hope I'm going to have to explain to my mom, maybe she don't want to try spinning on her head right now at this point in her life, but it is what it is. But and then I got my girl Michelle Gigante. She runs the Shakti Yoga Studio, but she also has been doing this Afro-Brazilian dance thing called the Diaspora Drum and Dance. And she has classes at the Shakti Yoga Studio on Grand Street there in the Om Masonic Temple. And that is like for real samba, right? That is like live drummers. And she's teaching you authentic samba and authentic reggae, not the Bob Marley reggae now, I'm talking the reggae, right? The predecessor to the reggaeton. But we're not going to throw no vertebrae out of that piece. You know?
All culture. It's part of our culture.
You are too much. And how about you, real quick, Eric? Plug what you're doing next.
Okay, yeah. So also on August 10th, one of my bands, Tiger Chung Lee, we will be at Buffalo Ironworks playing with Aircraft and a myriad of other groups, and Critt's Juke Joint. We're always looking for really cool things to bring back memories and bring back those feel-good moments, because music is that of connection. In addition to that, I've finally started to get in the process of recording my next original record. It's been a long time. My last release was 2006 with I recorded with Grammy winner Eric Krasno and Rob Wasserman, rest in peace. And so we've got a lot of things coming up with Critt's Juke Joint. CrittMusic.com is how you can find that. You can find your boy at the Funky Buffalo at Twitter, right? And just look for really loud exclamation points in capital letters on Facebook. It's probably me.
Yes, it will be. Eric, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Eric Crittendon from Canalside, Buffalo on display. That was awesome. And again, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much. Gracias.
Gracias. And Taqueria Ranchos, Las Delicias, serving authentic Mexican and Venezuelan food.
Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, the one and only Mexican restaurant that has the best original authentic Mexican food. Sopapillas, burritos, menudo, caldo de res, and the best Mexican tacos in town. Que delicia! And we have happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, 1516 Niagara Street, Buffalo, New York. Call us for reservation at 716-882-2800. 786-882-2800. Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, the one and only Mexican restaurant in Buffalo, New York.
And I hear that there is another person on the line waiting for some tickets. And are they on? No, they're not on. Okay, so we lost them. Call back because we're still here. So now we'd like to, if we're still giving away the Taqueria Delicias tickets, the Explore More Touch a Truck tickets, and the UniverSOUL Circus tickets.
So now we go to the web segment, which is brought to you by Plitt Home Care. Want to make sure your loved one is cared for properly? Plitt Home Care can teach you how to provide in-home care and get paid. Don't trust a stranger to cook meals, run errands, and give emotional support to your ailing relative. If your loved one needs in-home care, call Plitt Home Care in Buffalo, New York, 716-261-2111. Llame al 716-261-2111. Hablamos español.
And we do hear that there's someone on the line. Who's on the line? Hello? Who's on? What's your name? Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Yes. What tickets are you? Good. I'm doing great. What tickets are you interested in? Oh, I knew you would be. I'm so happy you called because we have 4 tickets for you. So, Carolyn, congratulations. Woo! Oh, you're so welcome. So you just have to come pick them up. They're for August 12th. So just come right to the station at WFO and we'll have those tickets waiting for you. It'll be, yes, you could come today. No problem. We'll have your name on it. So you want to, okay, and make sure you want to stay on the line. I think they may grab your name, and just in case we want to get your full name on that envelope, okay? All right, thank you, Carolyn. Congratulations. All right, is there someone else on the line? Oh, another one. Here we go. I feel lucky today. Who's on the line?
Hello.
Who's this? Oh, you were? Well, Michelle, we have another we have 4. You want UniverSOUL tickets? Yeah. Well, we have 4 for you too, so you're good, Michelle.
You're lucky! Felicidades!
So you're welcome. We'll make sure to have your name on that package. Just stay online. They'll grab your name, and you just come right to WFO station, and they'll be waiting for you. All right, congratulations. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to head right to our WEPA segment. And this is our WEPA Weekend Anniversary Show update, August 3rd, 2018. So if you just heard, UniverSOUL Circus is coming up to Buffalo. It's guaranteed to be the most exciting show in town, starting on August 9th through August 19th. At the Art of Harbor, located at 225 Furman Boulevard. Witness incredible acrobatics, death-defying stunts, and music, and you're going to want to dance to it all. You can get on Facebook and go right to their website, www.universoulcircus.com, and make sure you go ahead and get those tickets. And we gave away all our free tickets for Universal, so we're done with those, but we have the other sets if you're interested. Canalside's free outdoor movie series is every Tuesday and is a perfect event to take your kids to. Feel free to bring your own chairs. Picnics are welcome, and there will be concessions available starting at 6. The movie starts at 6:30, and seating is extremely limited, so first come, first serve. Be there early. This Tuesday, August 7th, a new favorite of mine called Coco. They'll be there showing that movie. August 14th, The Wizard of Oz, the 21st, Greatest Showman, and the 28th, Boss Baby. So you want to go, it's a free event for all. And lastly, Explore More Children's Museum hosting their annual Touch a Truck event for our littlest truck lovers. Head down to Buffalo News headquarters on One News Plaza on Sunday, August 5th from 11 to 3. We have all sorts of wonderful things for kids to jump in, utility trucks, emergency trucks, specialty trucks, with dozens of hands-on activities for the whole family. The tickets are $10, but if you call in the next 30 seconds, you can get some free tickets for you and your family. 837-1112. And now, I want to give everything away on our WEPA anniversary day. So WEPA, everyone, Sin Fronteras.
Thank you for joining us for Sin Fronteras Western New York every Friday at 1 p.m. Remember, you can always catch Sin Fronteras Western New York online, YouTube, or on our Facebook page whenever you want, all the time, 24/7.
And while we're waiting for that last call, we're going to celebrate our 1-year anniversary with a Latin jazz version of our favorite party song, Cool in the Gang Celebration. It's by Cuban Jazz Convoy. Hoy sí vamos a celebrar. Adiós.
Hasta la próxima.
Hey, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's hot.
Let me grab my phone. Hold on. All right. So, thanks everyone for listening. I'm so happy we got some winners. Ooh, I'm a little sweaty. It's hot in here.
Mucho caliente.
Mucho caliente.
Gracias por sintonizar. Los esperamos la semana que viene.
All right. Have a great weekend. Adios.
Have a good time, y'all. Celebration. Let's all celebrate. Have a good time now. It's time to come together. Say this up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world. Come on! Come on! There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and bring your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now, celebration. Let's all celebrate. Have a good time, y'all. Celebration. We gon' celebrate. Have a good time. Wow. It's time to come together. Say this up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world. Come on! alright.